Hey, in this video, we take a sheet given away by another YouTuber. We take it from point A to point B. We go from here to here. And I think we do a pretty cool job of making the sheet more useful for ChatGPT prompt building. And we show you a cool trick with the substitute formula. And then also we brand the heck out of it. If you're trying to think of lead magnets or things you can give away for free that people want to share, one is you need to make it useful, and two, you need to make it branded in your brand with your colors. We try to assume a lot of colors here. So just take the process and the idea. If you don't agree with the exact colors, you have a wide variety of options, but at least put your soul into a sheet and put your thumbprint on it, put your whole fingerprint on it is my advice. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Hello, welcome. This is going to be an interesting video. We're going to take a sheet that I found on YouTube, of all places, from this YouTube channel, the Income Stream Surfers. This is Hamish. He creates this YouTube channel, and he has been writing on ChatGPT, creating great epic prompts, one-shot prompts. These are prompts. All you have to do is fill in all the information and then copy paste right into ChatGPT, and it's going to get you really great articles, really great posts. So there's a 10-minute video revealing the one prompt that'll transform your writing forever. And at the end of this video, he mentions in the description there is a link to a doc, a Google Doc, and a Google Sheet. So we're going to focus on the Google Sheet here, but we have also read the Google Doc here, and I want to incorporate a lot of this stuff in because, to Hamish, we need to, if we give away a Google Sheet, especially when we give away a Google Sheet, we want people to share it. And so there's two things that I think every Google Sheet we give away as a lead magnet or a giveaway or a freebie, or as even an extra if you're doing some kind of agency work, or if you're doing some kind of services, you might want to give an extra thing away, or you sell it as an info product. No matter what we want to do two things. One, we want to make this sheet as useful as possible in the short time that we're working on it, based on all of our experience in the past. But two, we also want to brand it. We want to make sure that it is so easy for people to share and that they know it comes from you. So we're probably going to spend 80% of the time in this video going over branding, because this is not my domain of expertise. It is ChatGPT prompts. This is Hamish's domain, and my domain of expertise is Google Sheets. So the first thing we're going to do is, and we're going to make a copy because we are doing this literally step by step. We're going to walk through this whole process with you in this video. Okay, so here are the points that he has from the video. Actually, he has a nice little, so let's go over all the things that are involved in this first, actually. So in the Google Doc, he has a little bit of information about his expertise, about this prompt. Here's the prompt that we end up with. I think it ends right there. This is the prompt right there. And then he has a cool checklist. So this checklist is very, very useful, and I'm surprised that it's in a Google Doc. I think it could do very well in a Google Sheet. And here's an outline of the video. You know, we probably want to have a link to the video as well. So thinking about this, we want to make sure that people have one resource to get. So there's one actually other thing that I saw. There's a internal linking script, which he also wrote, and I think he mentions at other places in his YouTube channel. And that link, we can actually put that in a Google Sheet in the app script. And when people copy the app script, when people copy the sheet, they'll get that app script. So we will go grab that as well and make sure that we have that in our inside of the sheet. So we're going to just open extensions, app script. If you're watching this video, and this is one of the first times you're watching this video on Better Sheets, check out my course called Spreadsheet Automation 101. I walk you through app script, all of it, how to write app script, how to read app script. If you already know how to read it, then maybe write it and get better at it and write some really cool automations. So check out Spreadsheet Automation 101. It's on Udemy now, or you can just check out bettersheets.co to find out more information. So we're just going to hit the Command S and save this here. We probably want to add a little bit more information. Manually collect and add it to the add links function at the bottom of the script. Press run script and then allow access. So I'm not sure if that's all of the information we want to have, but I'm going to put it up here because I think it's very important to have some information here. Hamish was probably watching this video. I would recommend making sure that you have explicit details here, and then also make sure you have a link. And this is a very weird little optimization, right? It sounds weird to add links that people have to copy and paste here. But it is one of those things that we just want to keep adding our links and adding our branding everywhere. We want to say, watch this on YouTube channel. And then we'll just get a link to Income Stream Surfers as well. And put it here. Income Stream Surfers YouTube channel. So again, this is a little tiny optimization, but it is allowing someone who is interested in what you're doing. They might have been shared in this doc. They might be going here and looking at this thing that you've already built. And it's so much easier to put it all in a Google Sheet. Speaking of everything in a Google Sheet, I'm going to create Start. And I always do this with sheets that I want to share. And I would put all of this information, everything here, into this sheet. I would also make this a separate sheet probably. So I would create like a checklist. And literally I would add insert checkbox. I would put some checkboxes there. I would design this a little bit more. But we're going to do that in the next step of this video. For now, we're just going to put our information here. So I got a start page. So here I might put some instructions. I might make a little headline here. And I would definitely change all of this font. Maybe not to Carla. This might not be the best one. Maybe that's okay. Something other than Arial here. But let's delete a bunch of columns. Let's delete a bunch of rows. Let's make this a little easier to read. We're going to center it as well. That will, revealing one prompt. Might even change this to something like a header and a subheader. So we can make this way bigger and way more. Oof, nice. I think actually the number will look better. Cool, so let's look at Income Stream Surfer's videos to get a sense of the colors he's using. He's using very dark colors and this cute sort of blue teal color, and he uses the ChatGPT green over here. But it looks like he's using the two ChatGPT colors, some dark mode Google here. It looks like he likes the dark mode better, a sort of a darker background and a bright foreground or text. Even in these videos that he has, the thumbnails are a little older. It's still a colored background. It's still some darker, again, using ChatGPT. So that's sort of always the background there. But even this easy digital downloads, he's using a dark color. I'm seeing more dark than light mode here, even in this green, right? A green colored background. So let's do that. Let's first off, let's take a screenshot of his newest ones, because I think these newest ones have this cool yellow or gold color, and I think these look hot. So let's take this and go to HTML color codes and grab it. Let's go get some of these colors. Let's see if we can get this teal first. Yeah, sweet. Let's change that text over here to that. Oh, actually, no, we're going to use this on the borders. Let's use this on the borders. Thick border. We're going to use this, a custom color. We want a thick. There we go. Next, we want, what is this? Black. This is not 000 black, so that's good. We're going to change all of the background to this. our text is going to end up being, we want our header text to be something like this yellow. I wonder if this yellow is different. Probably is. That looks bright. I want to go with this gold one, though. Let's see if we can find this gold. That gold looks cool. Looks very different than just yellow, right? Let's change that. But let's go grab that other yellow as well. Maybe we want to use that somewhere else. Is it this yellow? There we go. We might want to use this somewhere else. So let's use this like right here. Just so we have it in our saved colors. Yeah, so that looks cool. We can actually, I don't know if this Josephine, okay. Now we're looking better. Or at least not necessarily better, but we're closer matching to his all caps with on the thumbnails, bright, bold colors on a black or gray background with a bluish or greenish tint or shadow. We can do something cool here too. Let's see. Let's close this. So what I was thinking is we could add if you want like very thick borders, which we don't necessarily want to do, but I want to show you how to do this. We're going to add a column to the right. We're going to resize this column to 8. And it is thicker than the border, but it's a small column. So we're going to actually first color this the same, just this one cell. No, 2 cells. Nope. 3 cells. We're going to color this see, now it's thicker, much, much thicker. We're going to do the same. We're going to copy this. And then take our hand, move it over. And we're going to do the same above. This row, we're going to resize the row to 8. And we're going to color that cell. Now we can also do something like make it look more like a shadow. So again, if we want to have this boldness around, I'm going to undo that actually because I want to do something with the borders instead. With the borders, still going to use this color, but on the top, I'm going to put a smaller border, and on the left, I'm going to put a smaller border. So now this looks like a little bit of a shadow, just changing 2 of the borders, right? Makes it a little bit more interesting. Now I'm going to get a little bit more text in here to add more information, right? So Hamish, if you're watching this, I would just recommend going in here and writing what you want to write here instead of having this Google Doc, right? Giving 2 links to something, you're going to get just some amount of people who don't get both. And having everything in one place is going to just get you, it's easier for the user. And what's cool, and you think like, oh, well, I can just write a Google Doc and I can submit it and done. But with this, you can sort of create a template and then copy the sheet again and again and create more prompts and create more prompt sort of builders here. So we're going to go here, prompt builder. We're going to start talking about the usefulness of this. So again, we're going to have a start here. We're going to have a checklist here. I'm going to change all of this to the kind of text we want. We might not want white. And oh, something cool here we can do is change this text every other row. This might be a little much, but it looks pretty cool, right? We can even change this. I know we wanted to save these yellows for like headers, but it might add a little bit of a cool little thing here. If you want to add more columns, what I would recommend in the column is putting any links. So, and now this is much less text you need here. You really just need to say go to extensions app script and check it out. It's already saved here. We can even name it one prompt to, I don't know, to rule them. Let's say one shot prompt. That's the name of the doc, and then this code is this link checker, right? Sorry, it's like a link inserter, add links. All right, sweet checklist. Again, we can do this also the other way around. We can make the checkboxes the colors if we want. I'm going to rewrite this and say go to Like all of these instructions could actually be in a different place. And we can say run, add links, run, add links code. This could also be like here, or we can duplicate this, delete this part, and say add links script. And now we have a place where you can have that one piece of information. Anytime you create a prompt and you release a new sheet, you can have this in the same place. And it's all of here. This text is wrong now, right? Because it's going to a Google Doc, it's going somewhere else, and say copy paste it here. But we have it in our extensions, so it's going to be much easier to write. And it's also going to be much easier to get for your users. Here we go, links script. And on our checklist, we can delete that. So it makes our checklist much easier. And we can even add a Command K, add links. So if we can link to the sheet that has the instructions. So we can also take that away. I'm going to actually change all of this to white because I want to do something cool with the checkboxes. You might not know this, but checkboxes, let's actually vertex center that. Checkboxes, when we enter them, they're going to be set based on the font size. So this is all 10 font, and I hate 10 font. It's just hard to read. I'm an old man, and I don't like Arial, so I'm going to use like Fredoco one, not a good one. Maybe Encode Sans, but I like my favorite font is Carla with a K. Always is. Not always is. It's been recently. But now it's a 14 font, and our checkboxes are still 10 font size. We can change this. What's interesting is you can change this beyond the scope of the cell. This is sort of a weird aside, but you can make it 100. And look, it doesn't look like there's anything there, but you click it, and there's a checkbox. Just a weird aside. So we can make this like a 20. Right? And that's just very different than you've ever seen. You always see like checkboxes that are relatively smaller than the text or same size because it's the same font size. But make big fat fonts for your checkboxes, and it just looks really cool. I think it just makes a little different look. Now we can even just a tiny little thing, take each of these and color them differently. Just adds one of those personal touches to the branding there. That's it. Maybe add the border here between them. Do something like this. Might add a little bit too much, but we'll check it out. We'll see what. Not that bad, right? Not bad at all. But I'm gonna reverse that. We tried. It was a little bit too much. You might have a little header here. In that case, I would make sure to unhide or hide the grid lines. You can hide the grid lines everywhere. Just make sure, and just add our own grid lines. Go to checklist. Now we go to prompt builder. Let's work on the prompt builder. All right, we have a tone of voice, a topic, specific information about your brand, specific information about other brands. And I couldn't find where this is sort of all coming together into the prompt. So let's look at this. I'm going to review this and make sure we got the prompt right. So I have a few ideas on how to make this a little bit better and a little easier to use. I'm not sure if this was intended to be this way, but we'll change it for a little thing. This is only going to be one tone of voice. So I'm going to change this to tone. I'm going to change this to topic. And I'm going to change this to info. You'll see why I make these shorter at the top. Others. Keywords. And we'll change this to keywords. Okay. The others are going to be a little hard because we don't know how many there are going to be. We know there's only going to be one tone. We know there's only going to be one topic and one bit of information. So let's do this. Let's just put these together, labeled. Let's put the others exactly where they are. Keep it sort of same. Can maybe even make this row column smaller. Let's add another column between here. But I don't want anything else here, even though what I want to do is I want to have everything written there. Let's do this. Let's move this down here as well. And now our keywords we can add as well, keywords here. Okay. We want to then do what we did on the other pages. Change this to darker and have a brighter, let's just have white for now. Make the headlines, maybe this color, others, and keywords, right? Okay, now we're going to copy and paste this whole prompt into here. Do not worry, we're gonna do something different too. I'm gonna put all of like these keywords, doesn't have to be this big. Move this around so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna merge all of these. I'm going to also move it to the top. Okay, this is our prompt. But we want to be able to say this tone in here. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this prompt, this whole column, paste it over here, prompt format. I'm going to call this. And then I'm going to delete all this and go equals. I'm going to select the prompt format. Actually, I'm going to do substitute. And I want to search this text. I want to search for tone, the B1, and I'm going to replace it with whatever is in B2. It's not going to find it yet because we want to put a little more code. So I'm going to add 2 square brackets on either side of this. Let's change this to Carla and also 15 so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Okay, so now if I go to this prompt format, and instead of, in the style of Charles Bukowski, I put in 2 square brackets, tone in all caps, and then 2 square brackets to end. Now, it says it replaces this tone, this code word, for Charles Bukowski, formal. So actually, I can even delete formal, and now you see it deleted the formal out of the prompt. But I can go also, do not mention. So I can say in the style of the tone, but do not mention tone, and it'll do the same thing. There we go. So now we change one thing, this B2. Instead of Charles Bukowski, maybe it's Walt Whitman. Now Walt Whitman, it says in this prompt, it says I want you to write in the style of Walt Whitman, be formal, do not mention Walt Whitman. Whitman, I think I have an extra I in here somewhere. Tone. There we go. The topic. And then now we're going to do the same thing for topic. Instead of having topic, we'll have 2 square brackets and then topic. No, and the reason we're doing that, adding those square brackets, is so that we don't substitute literally the word topic when we want to use the word topic. We want to deliberately use square brackets topic. And is it? Here it is. The topic of the article is going to be 2 square brackets, topic, and square brackets. There we go. And now what we need to do for this substitute is we're going to wrap it with another substitute to get topic. Substitute. Text to search is going to be all of that within. We're going to search for topic, comma, replace with whatever is in B5 here. And now we have done 2 types of things, right? We've substituted tone twice, substituted topic again. And we're going to do that for info. We can do that for others. We can put together, we can join these others in a different way. So let's look at this. You want to include the following Italian brands. All of this. There we go. We're going to delete here, and we're going to do 2 brackets. We're going to do brands, I guess. But actually, what is the name? Others. Sorry, not brands. Others. I should have known that. Others. But what we're going to do over here in our substitution is a little bit different. Info is going to be the same, I think. So I'm not going to cover that. But let's look at substitute. Substitute. And we're going to substitute the search. We're going to search for others. We're going to replace it with What are we going to replace it with? It's not one single thing. We're going to replace it with join with a comma, B11 to B. We'll just go down to the end. Okay, now we have some issues because we have many extra. We could fix it, but right there, we're just going to delete all of that. And now if we add more, it'll be added. But look, we have it in there. It's already in there automatically. Wait, it's not. I think we had to do... There we go. Oh, yeah. So we added the others with the quotes, with the square brackets, and now it works. Oop, magically. So that's pretty cool. So magically, we're adding this stuff. Now we can add the keywords as well. If we want, we can do it exactly the same way, right? We can join them with commas under here. When possible, I want you to include these exact phrase match keywords and concepts. You can do that as well. Change this to brackets, keywords. You can also, instead of having to join within the substitute, you can just add them all here with a comma separated list, right? In the video, Hamish, you put the keywords all in on their own line. So maybe you want to add a new line, and that's going to be //n, I think, or \n, whichever one. It's going to be one of those that you can add a line there. And as the last thing we're going to do is we are going to make sure that people know where this is from. It's this video here, and we are going to add, we have the script here, that's cool. We have the start page. We're gonna add a row. Maybe we're gonna do this the opposite way. Maybe this gold and with black text. We're gonna say, watch the video on YouTube. Now, again, you might think this is so weird, right? Because it's like, oh, they're coming from the video to here. But once we release a sheet, once we put this into the ether, into the zeitgeist, we don't know how people are going to use this. We don't know how people are going to share this. We're going to add a link here. Hit, what is going, oh. Just did not have a proper URL. We don't know where people are going to use this. We're going to change this back to, nope, not white, black. Don't want it underlined. We can make this much bigger. Nope, that's too big. There. And then take this, Command S, and just add another row right above there. Boom, same thing on all of this. On the first row. We don't know where people are going to go with this, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if people are going to share this. We want them to share it. We don't want to restrict this, so we want to get more views of our videos, right? I'm going to go show grid lines, take those grid lines out. And so, like, if this is super useful for someone, they're going to be like, hey, go grab this sheet. I mean, go grab this prompt builder. It saved me not just minutes, it saved me years of my life, right? I didn't know how to build a prompt correctly. I didn't know, I had to have all of this information about the others. That's what that video covered is. This key information at the end was, like, so different for me when I was watching this video. That's what prompted me to, like, think, this prompt builder could be way better. We're not just like concatenating all of these together. We're actually replacing them using the substitute formula. A key part of Google Sheets is formula that does really cool stuff. We're using substitute again and again, and we can wrap it, and we can use join to put it in the keywords, to put all this stuff in. Pretty cool stuff, right? We're using Google Sheets to the max. And we can brand it, right? Hamish, we can brand it so much better than just Arial font and using black and white of Google Sheets. We can also put everything in one place, right? One Google Doc, one app script, and one sheet is now one sheet that people can share easily. You want them to share easily. You want links back to your website. This is a great lead magnet, right? This is a great way to get people involved in your YouTube channel and involved in making better prompts for themselves. It's super useful, and it's well branded to look like your brand. So other things, Hamish, if you're watching this and anyone else who's watching this who wants to make this sheet better, I would add more links to a website in addition to a YouTube channel, and I would have like your name all over this. So I would put your name, instead of IS, say the name of your YouTube channel in the title, put it on here. I would also have your name. So put, right here by Hamish, put a circle photo of yourself. Something other than just a square photo, but put a circular photo so it stands out amongst the black and white and the grid line of Google Sheets. Those are some extra little tips I would add. And let's just review. This is what it was. This is what the Google Sheet was when I got it. And now it looks like this. How it was before was we picked the tone of voice, we typed it in, we entered the topic, we entered the specific information, and then we wanted to like put it all together in a prompt. But now it adds all of this stuff automatically for us into this prompt as we change it. Going to add Humish right there, and it adds Humish twice into this prompt. It adds the topic. It also joins all of the other pieces of information here quite easily into this sheet. And also, I've left a little bit more for you to do. If you're watching this and you want to make a cool sheet, let me know. Thanks for watching that video. I'm hoping that it was more useful for you and you got a cool tip on the design of that sheet. If you are looking for more ChatGPT videos, check out this one here. If you're looking for more sheet improvement videos, going from A to B, check out this video here. I'm so happy you're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. Bye.